Welcome to Season 13 and 14 of Airhead Institute. This is our 2-hour summer camp kicking off every day at noon Eastern. Right now, we are broadcasting the kickoff live across all the socials and Zoom, but at 12:45 p.m., we pivot. That's when we transition into an exclusive private lesson where our campers get hands-on experience actually building and creating with these AI tools. Plus, they'll be proving their new skills and earning official certifications by completing our certification exams. Here is what we are building over our epic 9-week summer lineup. Week 1, AI images for Roblox and Minecraft. Week 2, AI movies in Anime Studio. Week 3, AI music for TikTok sounds and Spotify hits. Week 4, AI games for classic arcade games. Week 5, AI ethics, hackers, deepfakes, and scams. Week 6, AI images for Disney and Marvel. Week 7, AI movies, Hollywood in your pocket. Week 8, AI music for hip-hop beats and gaming soundtracks. Week 9, AI games for phone and app store games. We're making AI practical, powerful, and fun for everyone. No tech background, no problem. Whether you're a kid ready to build awesome projects or an adult looking to audit a class and learn, just show up. Spots are still open. It's just $100 per week, or you can unlock the whole summer for $500. Secure your spot right now at www.airheadinstitute.ai. Guided by your hosts, AI Junior and AI Johnny, we're keeping it bold, brainy, and built for real-world impact. Let's stop scrolling and start creating. Welcome to camp.
Welcome, everybody, to Season 13 of Airhead Institute. Today is Week 3, Days 4 and 5, which is the climax of our week full of AI music. I'm AI Johnny. You know, let's stop letting algorithms dictate our tracks. Most creators just roll the dice on their audio generations. Today, we rigged the game. Campuses close tomorrow for June 6th, Juneteenth, and we're fusing two explosive sessions. Yesterday was basic sound effects. Today, you can take the executive producer's chair. We are deploying structural text markers to command the TTM engine and seize total control over the master arrangement timeline. You will force instant, seamless shifts between thriving verses, massive choruses, and epic musical detours. So stop hoping for a viral hit. Architect one yourself. Piloting our stream is AI Junior. At 3 a.m. this morning, I caught him prompting a house track based on the sonic profile of his kitchen blender. Sounded like a washing machine to me, laundering pennies. AI Junior, step up and let's show us some real transitions.
Yo, AI Johnny, why are you out there tracking my midnight acoustic experiments like that, man? That smoothie track was the advanced study on complex industrial frequencies, okay? The system wasn't just ready for my experimental avant grande soundscape. All right. What is up, campers? Welcome to our grand weekly finale. Remember, this is an immersive summer camp. You may not understand every piece of developer lingo we drop here today, but stick with us daily and you'll be fluent in AI in no time. If you're following our live broadcast across our public social channels right now, you're catching the first 45 minutes completely free. But AI campers, you should be ready to be locked into our secure private Zoom channel itself. If you're an official registrant you aren't in our Zoom room right now, I'm dropping the secure link right now so you guys can actually join and jump right in. All right. AI Johnny?
Are we ready to execute the final boss levels of Music Week, dude?
Pure facts, AI Johnny. We are fusing structural arrangement and bridge transition into one streamlined workflow using Lyria 3 Pro clip engine using inside Google AI Studio. So by the time we actually wrap up this live show, we're going to understand how to generate an AI to completely alter its music energy, drop its instrumental out, and build a massive track progression with pure text rules. Let's launch our environment now, AI Johnny. Are you ready?
I'm ready, buddy. Let's get right into it. We got 2 shows to do.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna actually go over now to Lyria. So if AI Johnny, how is the font on my screen? Is that big enough?
I think it's just perfect, man.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop in a prompt here, AI Johnny. And we've been using preview before, but we're not gonna use preview today. We're actually gonna be using the full 3-minute audio because if you have to do intro and bridges, all those things, we have to actually do it. All right. Hey, Lawrence, thanks for joining. And hey, Los Pollos, thanks for joining. All right. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna generate this AI Johnny, but I'm gonna read it to you at the same time. So it's an intro. For the intro, it says a slow ambient synth swell at 120 beats per minute. Then the verse kicks in, a punchy electronic pop beat drops with clear vocal harmonies chanting "Welcome to the grand finale." And then there's a bridge, drums completely cut out, shifting to emotional acoustic piano medley with deep. Here you go.
Welcome to the grand finale. Welcome to the grand finale. Welcome to the grand finale. Welcome to the grand finale.
Listen to the part. It's respecting the drums completely cut out. That's what it's respecting right here. This is so awesome. That's this part, yeah, Johnny. That's here shifting into the into emotional acoustic piano melody. It's gonna do the explosive festival drop now. That was awesome. That was super awesome, AI Johnny. Oh my gosh, I can't believe AI is doing all of these cool things. And you guys are actually learning all of these things on the live stream in summer camp today. All right, AI Johnny, what do you think?
What an absolute massive certified W. The track didn't just stay on a single repetitive loop. It literally felt like a real song progression, changing gears automatically when that piano sector hit. It is perfectly, completely cooking, no cap.
Yeah, AI Johnny, trust me, like I can't believe we're actually doing all of these pretty cool things. So the model actually reads those brackets. So let's actually bring up the prompt again so you guys can actually see it. Again, we're teaching AI music here all this week in the AI summer camp, and we actually do every single week a different theme. So if you're joining us for the first time, we actually do summer camp. It's $100 per week and $500 for the entire summer. We also do the private lessons as well after the show. You would get certified. So thank you guys for actually streaming in. All right, so yeah, Johnny, I was just saying. So the model itself reads those bracket labels. Remember these bracket labels that we actually learned on Monday and Tuesday, right? We actually have those tags that we're guiding the actual AI to say what we should actually do. So those model tags itself are semantic boundaries inside its latent space, our favorite word, AI Johnny. So it assigns different musical weights to each section based on our text description. But since we're running the show 100% live, let's execute a rapid prompt iteration to show the campers how modifying the text shifts and track the logic. So yeah, Johnny, what do you think we should do? Want to take a poll?
We'll take a poll, but let me just take a step back here and try to convert some of this that we're saying into English. One of the things that I really like about this particular prompt is that generally when we create music, we would give it a genre, right? We would tell it we want it to be pop, or we want it to be country, or we want it to be rap. But here we have the genre already selected. We're giving it the prompt. We're now getting into the actual components of the music, much like a musician would do. I could see the Rolling Stones saying, "Listen, hey brother, when I get past the first verse, I want you to drop the drums completely, and then I'm going to do the bridge." You know what I'm saying? We're actually literally teaching people how to talk like a musician, still without having to have the instruments or the soundboard or the studio space. But you're now actually getting into the more nitty gritty components of how to make a song, and you're learning how to do it. Again, AI is your instrument, AI is your sound panel, AI is your music studio, but we are getting into some more granular stuff, and What that tells me is that the music that we walk away with will be even more owned by us, as opposed to something I just said, give me a song, and it gave me a song. I'd feel guilty if I just told AI, write a song, and it wrote a song. It wrote the lyrics, it wrote the music. I didn't tell it anything. I want to be able to tell it as much as I humanly can about the song that I'm envisioning in my head before it goes off into latent space and starts building it.
Exactly, yeah, Johnny. I love that you dropped that latent space in there. All right, so yeah, Johnny, you're gonna probably laugh at me for this, but I'm actually trying to think of like Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones, those are actually a band. I'm trying to think what song do they sing. Give me a famous song that they sing. I just want to make sure that
I can't get no.
oh yeah, Satisfaction. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So all the people who actually hear those in pop culture, that's the band that's actually they're super famous for. So thanks, yeah, Johnny, for dropping that reference. All right, yeah, Johnny. So what do we want to actually modify?
I've got a couple of suggestions coming in from the feed. Could we turn the verse into a heavy funk? I'm gonna spell that PHONK rap beat and make the chorus a futuristic cyberpunk anthem.
All
You see
right,
what I mean? We're
all
getting into
right.
people into what people really like about music. We're not just playing any old music. Who would do such a thing?
You're so right, yeah, Johnny. All right, I'm on it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna swap out a punchy pop beat for heavy distorted funk rap beat with cowbell pattern. Right, that's gonna be interesting. So punchy, where is that punchy pop beat? Where's that punchy pop beat? Right here, punchy pop beat right here. And we're gonna switch it for a heavy distorted funk rap beat with cowbell patterns. And then we also do the electronic festival drop with a futuristic cyberpunk synthwave anthem drop. Oh, this is gonna be really, really complicated now, yeah, Johnny. I don't even know what it's gonna sound like. So electronic festival drop. All right. So yeah, Johnny, I think we're ready. Is that what people want?
Hey, give the people what they want, brother. Run it.
All right, so it's running now. So it's actually running through its inference. And while it's doing that, it's actually taking apart our pieces and it's going to actually try to understand what our intent is. Now, again, this is a statistical model. And again, we're teaching AI here every single week at Airhead Institute. And if you understand it's because it's a statistical model, it's non-deterministic, which means that you're not going to get it exactly the same way every single time. So it's a little bit more creative than actually procedural.
I haven't even heard what it generated, but I know what my comment is going to be.
Welcome to the grand finale. Welcome to the grand finale. Yummy sauce to see and preach. When shit stuff and chick just like man. If the spout is weak, feel it could come on the drink. Yummy sauce to see and preach. When shit stuff and chick just like man. If the spout is weak, welcome to the grand finale.
Drums completely stopped. That's so cool. That's this part right here. It's gonna go to a piano melody now. And it's gonna go into a futuristic cyberpunk synthwave anthem drop with hyper fast percussion layers. Let's hear what that sounds like. Hey Zoom user, thanks for joining. Oh, here it goes. Yeah, Johnny.
Welcome to the grand finale. Welcome to the grand finale.
Yeah, Johnny, that is so cool. You know what? If you don't have anything to say, we can go to the word of the day.
No, I've got a lot to say, brother.
Love it.
That
Say
song,
it.
song definitely needs more cowbell. Dude, I have a fever, and the only cure is more cowbell. So when we do this, we really have to emphasize the cowbell. So I can
Love
go to
it.
the word if you want.
All right, let's go to word of the day, guys.
All right, crew, the clock hits quarter past the hour, which means it's time to drop our primary anchor milestone of this broadcast. Let's lay down the official word of the day. Today's critical technical audio concept is bridge transitions. The official engineering definition of this mechanic is creating a distinct structural segment within a musical composition that connects the primary verse and chorus, intentionally shifting the melodic pattern, tempo, or instrumentation to build anticipation before a final climax. Let's break that down into a simple pop culture parallel you can easily visualize. Imagine you are playing an intense racing game like Mario Kart or Trackmania. You're driving down a standard straight highway sector, and suddenly you hit a massive, glowing, gravity defying booster ramp that launches your vehicle high into the sky over a giant canyon. When that happens, the music changes. The view goes ultra wide, and you are floating in the air for a brief epic moment before you slam down on the main track to absolute maximum velocity. That boost ramp is exactly what a bridge transition is doing inside your music script. It's a mouthful, but I get it. It illustrates the point.
Yeah. So it breaks the repetitive loop of the song, drags the listener into the completely fresh emotional atmosphere, and builds massive suspension right before the track drops the hammer on the final chorus. This is an absolute 10 out of 10 parallel there, AI Johnny. I love it. So in standard digital systems, you don't utilize bridge transition. Your background itself tracks will just play the same basic loop over and over and over, making your video content sound completely flat, monotonous, and totally skibbity. But when you actually pass explicit arrangement brackets, right, those little square brackets to the Lyria Pro model, you're instructing the generation engine to execute clean audio tokenization steps, mathematically pivoting the frequency boundary to deliver a dynamic radio-ready song progression. I know, like you said, AI Johnny, a mouthful here. May not understand everything we're saying here, guys, but you'll understand what by doing those little things we get this. And it goes from the piano to the actual cyberpunk synthwave anthem drop. It's just so cool. With just words, we can actually do these cool things, AI Johnny. And Shauna, thanks for joining. All right, yeah, Johnny, are you ready for the hands-on section? What we're actually going to do doing in the Tally Lab later today? What things should we actually do, or should I bring up my little app to actually show you how it actually works behind the scenes before? I think we should do that, right?
You develop another app. I'm
Oh,
actually in the process of looking up Skibbity. I know you use the term Skibbity quite a bit, and you're much younger than me, so I'm guessing that you picked this up from a millennial or a Gen Z. Skibbity is a piece of viral internet slang primarily used by used by my 4-year-old, by Generation Alpha, kids born after 2010, that has essentially become a nonsense word. Depending on the context, it can mean cool, bad, crazy, or absolutely nothing at all. It surprises me, Junior, in your late 20s, that you're still using that Generation Alpha term, Skibbity.
I love it, AI Johnny, and definitely, so the typical thing is, a viral internet slang modifier used to define something that is low quality, bad, high chaotic, or mechanically glitched. Not to be confused with any of the other terms we throw out here all the time, AI Johnny. We're both in our early teens, right, AI Johnny? Right?
Yeah, well, I think what I'm trying to say is that your Neuralink is showing.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. See lots of reactions in the chat. All right, AI Johnny. So let's go over to. So let's explain what these things is. So again, guys, want to show you guys. We actually dropped in the word verse here. We dropped in the word intro. We dropped in the word bridge. We dropped in the word chorus, and we made a really nice song, right? And you hear it goes from one thing, it goes to another. But what do these things really mean? So AI Johnny, let's go over to the Airhead AI Camp Track Arranger. And we actually can arrange a intro, a verse, a bridge, and a chorus together to see what it actually does. So AI Johnny, we're not going to do the standard intro, verse, bridge, chorus. Let's mix it up. So what do you think we should actually do first? Do not say intro.
I think we should do the chorus first.
All right, so we're gonna start off with a chorus. We're still a non-standard song. We're starting out with a chorus. Then what should we do next, AI Johnny? Should we actually have the verse or the intro? Can't say the bridge.
I would say intro next.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bridge the intro with the verse, and then we're gonna do. What do you want to do next, AI Johnny? I just want to do that.
Wait a minute. You're bridging the intro with the verse? You're not bridging the chorus with the intro?
Well, the thing is, the bridge connects two pieces, so we can either do the chorus to the intro or the intro to the verse. It's just a semantic how we can actually do it. So you want to do another?
You should just come clean right here and right now for the folks that are watching on streaming. Neither Junior or I are musicians or have any musical training whatsoever. I will say that we have both listened to music on occasion, and here we are teaching very, very high-end musical stuff. So if any of the stuff that comes out of my mouth sounds like I'm not professionally trained in music, you're spot on.
Yeah, AI Johnny. The only thing I can certify about me knowing anything about music is that my ears actually work. That's the only thing I can do. I can pass a hearing test. Other than that, I can't tell you anything else.
I took an accordion class when I was 7.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, yeah, Johnny. So let's get back to what we're saying. So we're doing this. We're making our own organization of our song. We have a chorus, we have a bridge, and we have the intro. So we're bridging the chorus to the intro. We actually have a verse. And you want to end with anything? You want to end with a chorus again? You want to end with the intro? What do you want to end with?
I love symmetry, brother. Let's end with that chorus.
All right, so we're gonna actually bridge to the chorus. Now, this is our song. We've just created the structure of a song, AI Johnny. Now, it's not gonna make sense to a lot of musicians out there, but it's the way we're teaching it today. So we actually started with a chorus, then we actually go to the intro with a bridge in between. Then we go directly from the intro into the verse. Then we bridge it to the chorus. Now, AI Johnny, this is what it sounds like if we actually make that song.
What is the bridge and the chorus and the intro? Did
Catchy
we
chorus.
predefine-
From chorus to intro. This is the intro. Verse. From verse to chorus. Catchy chorus. Catchy chorus. From chorus to intro. This is the intro. Verse. From verse to chorus. Catchy chorus.
Right, yeah, Johnny. So if you just saw what we actually just did, we actually went from one thing to another. So let's actually do something simpler. So if we had an intro, we would probably want to either go directly into the verse or go directly into the chorus or have a bridge from the intro to the actual verse or the chorus, right? So the intro, typically you'll hear DJs say, things like, you guys wave your hands in the air, blah, 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 whatever it is they say in the intro, typical random stuff. And then they would go into either the chorus, which is the same set of words that repeat multiple times throughout the song, or they may actually go from the intro to the chorus with some kind of bridge to connect the two. So remember, our word of the day was itself the actual bridge transition. So what we want to focus on is you don't want to go from a hard intro directly to a chorus. You may want to actually make that bridge to make it actually nice and smooth. So what we're showing here is you can use the bridge to be able to go smoothly from one to the other. So if you wanted to do intro, then verse, actually let me clear that. If you want to go from intro to verse, it would sound like this.
This is the intro. Verse. This is the intro. Verse.
All right, so that would be a typical thing, but you don't want to do that. You want to do intro, bridge, then verse, and then it's gonna hear it sound like this.
This is the intro. From intro to verse. Verse. This is the intro.
Yeah, so you have that smooth transition between the actual intro to the actual verse. And the reason why you do that is because you have that smooth transition. And AI Johnny, that's what made the song sound really great. Because if you actually have the DJ talking and it doesn't transition to the actual singer, or if you have to have a rap male voice, it doesn't actually transition that well. So you use a bridge to be able to help go from one to the other relatively smoothly. And that's why we did it multiple times here. We actually did a bridge from the welcome to the grand finale to the drums completely cutting out here. So let's actually just play that bridge again so we can actually hear the difference. You ready for the AI, Johnny?
Oh, hang on. Welcome to the grand finale is what?
That's just a chant. Just as a chant right after the first verse.
Okay, but it's also lyrics.
Yeah, that's correct.
Where I'm drawing a confusing line is typically when I read lyrics, it'll say above a group of words that this is the chorus, that this is the bridge, that this is the verse 1, verse 2, verse 3. I'm having a hard time digesting what you're saying without knowing what the words are that make up the bridge and that make up the chorus, or is it all harmonic?
So that's a beautiful part about these tag words. All of these are harmonic. There is nothing here that is actually words. So we're focusing only on just the music, not the words. So if we play the song again, it starts out with a slow ambient synth swell at 120 beats per minute. Then it gets inside the verse, it gets to a heavy distorted funk rap beat with cowbell patterns with clever vocal harmonies chanting welcome to the grand finale, right? Then there's a bridge that after the trance it goes directly over to the drums cutting out, shifting to an emotional acoustic piano melody. So let's listen again so we can check those things. I'm going to highlight them for you guys so you guys can hear. So it's slow ambient synth swell right here. Then it's going to get to 120 beats per second. Here we go now.
Welcome to the grand finale.
So we're doing here. This is the heavy distorted funk rap beat with cowbell patterns drop. Welcome to the grand finale. Then you're gonna hear the bridge that drops immediately and switches over to the drums. Here it goes. Drums cut out. It keeps the first part. It's now transitioning with that bridge over to the piano. So this is the bridge. Here it switches. I want you to hear that switch. So check this out, AI Johnny. So we actually have you're gonna hear it bridges by dropping out the drums, keeping the original beat, then eventually bring up the actual piano, and then you hear the piano melody coming in and it drops out the old beat. So that's the slow bridge. It wasn't a hard cut off. So let's listen to it again. Huh? Drums are gone. It's gonna switch now. So this is the bridge we're in. It's gonna switch to the piano. So the transition from one hard 120 beats per second, beat per minute, over to the piano, there was a transition, and that transition itself made it easier to accept going from 120 beats per second, beat per minute, to the actual acoustic piano melody. Does that make sense now, AI Johnny? Now, this is the part that's actually going to be interesting. There is no bridge between the piano melody over to the cyberpunk synthwave anthem. So this switch is going to be the hard switch. There is no bridge here. So check out how you're going to switch to the piano to the cyberpunk without the transition. There you go.
Welcome to the grand finale.
So AI Jenny, I think the best way to actually explain it is the bridge helps to dedicate a certain amount of time to transition from one section of the logical song, whether it's musical or words, over to another hard section of it. So because you actually have two sections, the bridge helps transition those movements between the other. Does that make sense?
It does. And speaking of transitions, so when AI came out in general, people were ghostwriting and people were charging a fortune to write a book. When videos came out, when video text to video came out, people were making videos at 1/10 the cost of what it would cost for a studio to do it. When music came out, people were writing their own songs and music, and there was a huge uproar in the music community about music that was made by AI versus music that was made by humans. And I get their argument. Their argument is it takes a certain amount of knowledge of music. You need to know how to write lyrics. You need to know what an intro and an outro and a bridge and a chorus is. And you need to know how to transition, and you need to know what instruments to pull in and when to pull them in and when to stop them. That's all musician type stuff. And I could go right now and I could take a lesson in piano or guitar or drums, and they'll teach me all that stuff, because if I'm going to be part of a musical transition, I would need to know that stuff. But I could just as easily throw a shingle up saying I teach AI music, complete with music theory. What is an intro? What is an outro? How to write lyrics? How to incorporate drums and oboes and French horns and guitar. And so what we're learning now, because we're getting more granular, is how kids that don't necessarily have the dexterity to be a great guitar player or drummer or piano player can be a great guitar player or piano player or drummer or all three, as long as they understand the underlying musical concepts. We should do that. We should throw up a shingle and tell people that, hey, you want to learn music in 2026? Don't give your kid a flute or a French horn. Give them an AI class. We'll teach the same exact stuff. You don't have to run around a stage with a big hunk of metal. You can just do it from the comfort of your own MacBook.
Yeah, exactly. So AI Johnny, I just actually put together something really, really fast. So check this out. We're going to do something live to explain the bridges a little bit better. So I just threw up a aggressive male rapper. Forget the glitch. We're pushing code to the peak. Airhead Institute, yeah, the future we seek. Right? So some hard male rapper here. And we actually have a female singer itself that's singing soft echoes, rising, blah, blah. So she's actually singing. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a bridge in there to make you hear what it sounds like. And no, I have no idea how this is going to come out, but it's a really great experiment. So we're transitioning from two hard, contrasting things: the aggressive male rapper and the female vocal itself that actually is a little bit softer. So we're going to actually have to have a bridge that connects those two. So let's see what the AI does. And AI, Johnny, while that's actually happening, we have to remember that even if you don't put a bridge, the AI might say, here needs a bridge, so it will give you a bridge anyway. So keep that in mind as well. So you don't always have to say the word bridge. All right, so it didn't actually do anything here. So let's try again. Actually, let me try the smaller version because I want to hear it I want to hear it quickly. I don't want to hear it, might take too long. All right, yeah, Jenny, so what are you thinking so far?
You know what I'm thinking is, as we're capturing all these really creative ideas and
Forget the glitch, we're pushing code.
All right, so we're gonna do it here. I don't know what it's gonna say, but I can hear already that there's a female voice rapping. But yeah, Jenny, we're gonna say something before I play this.
What I'm saying, no, go ahead, play the music, and I'll reform.
Yep. So let's see. It's gonna go from the rap to the singing. Let's see what actually happens.
Forget the glitch, we're pushing code to the peak. Airhead Institute, yeah, the future we seek. Crushing every prompt, building worlds in the light. Locked in the lab, we're the masters of the night. Soft echoes rising where the algorithms bloom. Our dreams are woven in the digital gloom. We are the architects of a brand new day, finding our rhythm in the AI way.
All right, AI Johnny, what were you going to say? Go ahead.
What I'm going to say is, you've heard about skills, right?
Of course.
So what's happening here is every unique thing that we're doing could potentially be a skill. I'm not as well versed in skills as I'd like to be, but I would think that if you're the best musicians of the future will have a very huge skills library, and they won't be typing prompts like we're typing them here. They'll be grabbing a certain skill and saying, "I want this type of transition," because you can't do it. You can't. I mean, you can prompt and say, "I'd like this to sound like an Elton John song," but as soon as you start using proprietary information, the LLM is going to shut you down. But if you create skills that do the same thing, right? You could ask an AI how do you describe Whitney Houston's voice, and it'll give you a
Forget the
description.
glitch, we're pushing.
Go ahead, AI Johnny.
Then you can tell it, hey, listen, her voice goes this high. I want something that goes 25% higher, and then suddenly it's going to be singing with a voice that sounds even better than Whitney Houston's.
Yeah.
As
Yep.
a
Yep. All right. So check this out, AI Johnny. So do AI male rap. So I generated it and I put the bridge in between, and it's gonna say forget the glitch, and we're gonna hear the rap to go over to the female singer. So let's actually hear what the AI did. I haven't heard it yet, but let's play it.
Code to the peak. Airhead Institute at Summer AI Camp.
Soft echoes rising where the algorithms bloom. Our dreams are woven in the digital gloom. We are the architects of a brand new day, finding our rhythm in the AI way.
All right. So the transition itself was actually a little bit subtle, right? It was there. So it tried to bridge the two. So AI Johnny, that's roughly the benefit of the bridge. So what do you think, AI Johnny?
I think we're learning a lot about music in this thing. I know we've done music songs before, but we've always been doing it as fans, not as architects,
Exactly.
right? Like, oh, it's a great country song, but now we're actually building the song with the components like musicians do, and that's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Campers, as you can, we are completely the executive producers of your sound files today. Right after the public broadcast concludes, you're dropping straight into the private tally lab, and we do exactly the same thing as we demonstrated here. Your official lab assignment today is that you will layer custom lyrics and rhythm layout using structural markers to build a coherent song progression. You'll explore how data inputs manipulate generative frequencies across multiple distinct phases. Get those creative concepts ready because the private studio gates are opening up in a few minutes.
Yes, AI Johnny. And AI Johnny, we actually have let's go to the ethical thought of the day.
Ethics. Well, that development track lands us directly into our ethical thought block. Let's realign our creative focus with foundational pillars of the Airhead code. And Airhead is honest and responsible. Because modern generative audio and structural arrangement tools allow us to seamlessly stitch together complex vocal hooks, spoken transitions, and deep audio fusions with a few written commands, it is incredibly easy to manufacture complete, full-length audio tracks that fake a specific narrative or mimic an artist's signature performance structural without credit. Never use your prompt engineering skills to arrange audio tracks designed to mock your peers, create deceptive musical parodies, or defame someone or mask uncredited human art under an AI template wrapper. We use our engineering capabilities to express original ideas and structure beautiful soundtracks, never to lie or break creative trust with our community.
Yeah, absolute facts, AI Johnny. So let's always use our technical skills to maintain integrity and support our team. For my younger campers out there looking to actually double down on the feature that you actually learned today, if you're about 10 to 13, try this. Here are 2 fun ways you can actually deploy today's lesson. So first, use the new structural text markers to produce a custom multi-stage backing loops that dynamically shift energy as the player transition from a safe zone into a combat zone on your private Roblox servers. Second, if you actually are generating a complete 30-second podcast intro theme with a automated spoken countdown block leading right into the explosive electronic drop for your gaming streams.
And for the advanced engineering squad tuning in, if you're 14 to 18, you can leverage this workflow for high-level digital portfolios. Use the precise bridge transitions and lay out token rules to compose unique song hooks and structural loops so that you can export, mix, and showcase your original production samples and your Spotify artist profiles. Second, if you're actively coding standalone software apps, mobile games, or interactive platforms, you can operate as your own executive music director, compiling complete soundtrack asset packs that intelligently shift themes across different user scenes without paying thousands of dollars for studio commercial licensing.
Exactly. All right, crew. Here we go into the actually do. So let's step away from the mixing console for a quick moment and actually check the global tech radars for the most mind-blowing AI updates hitting the industry over the last 24 hours. So our first massive headline is a major international shift. So European enterprise giants flee American AI infrastructure models over export control fears. So this is actually following what's actually happened just last week. So the fall is actually happening now on a global level. So following recent regulatory trends where global cloud models face sudden regional restriction based on user citizenship, a massive wave of European companies, developers, and researchers have officially begun migrating their live production databases away from American hosted AI companies. So this is actually quite sad for American capitalism. So European officials have stating that local corporations can no longer risk building critical business infrastructure on foreign technology pipelines that can completely be switched off or restricted overnight by a foreign government directive. This is actually pretty huge news. What say you, AI Johnny?
Wow. Yeah, that's an absolute geopolitical technical shift, bro. When international companies start deleting their American cloud connections because they're scared the US government will pull the cord, you now know that the battle for digital sovereignty is getting real.
Yeah, it shows why localized technology control is becoming the number one priority for governments worldwide. Our second giant headline tracks an absolute price war in Asia. So Moonshot AI drops upgraded Kimi K2.6 model with price actually 6 times cheaper than his rivals. Yeah, John, this blows my mind. I just can't imagine China's actually making such great progress. So an absolute blockbuster developer release, AI startup Moonshot AI has officially launched its next generation Kimi K 2.6 model framework. The model matches frontier level reasoning capabilities, but its live API token architecture has been priced at an unbelievably low rate, AI Johnny. By deploying a revolutionary context caching mechanism, Kimi's output generation layer operates up to 6 times cheaper than the American models like Claude and those type of models on OpenAI. So completely disrupting the economics of building autonomous coding agents and consumer applications, AI Johnny.
So hold up, a model that goes toe-to-toe with frontier tech runs up to 6 times cheaper? That's an absolute W for independent software developers anywhere. The price of intelligence is plummeting.
Exactly, Edge, and a massive W for scaling software apps. Our final headline centers around the major new open source asset release. We're watching this really closely. It's not even available fully for public release yet. It's actually only on Vercel servers for just a trial. So Vercel launches Eve, a revolution of autonomous agent AI frameworks. I'm actually playing around with this myself just to see what is actually happening. So Vercel has officially dropped a groundbreaking open source agent framework called Eve, natively supporting durable execution workflows, sandbox secure compute environments, a human-in-the-loop validation trigger. Eve completely automates the production plumbing that engineers normally would have to hand-build from scratch. The core architecture concept treats autonomous agent as an ordinary directory of simple files mapped directly to capabilities, making deploying an AI agent as fast and as seamless as making a standard single-place application.
So instead of spending months writing complex code to manage agent memory and security sandboxes, developers can just spin up a file directory and let Eve handle the heavy lifting. Going to accelerate the creation of App Store software apps like crazy, including our own.
Exactly.
All right, let's wrap it up, bro. My brain cells are completely buzzing as usual after tracking those multi-stage audio drops. I'm literally about to go hop behind the microphone, stand up, and cook up a massive progressive house anthem immediately. Coordinate, no cap. So campers, we did it. We completely, a nice bridge, by the way. We completely conquered week 3 and mastered AI music composition, but the summer is just getting started. Remember, tomorrow, actually not tomorrow, on Friday, our camp is completely our camp is closed tomorrow in observance of Juneteenth holiday, but make sure you are fully rested because on Monday, we are launching into week 4 game development, classic arcade games. Let me say that again. Week 4 game development, classic arcade games. We're going to learn how to use simple, plain English to direct an LLM inside Gemini Canvas to automatically code, deploy fully and playable 2D arcade games on the very first try. It's going to be insane. Junior, what say you?
Yeah, next week instant arcade coding is going to be pure gold, AI Johnny. Before we slice our public broadcast channels, a quick logistical update for community families tracking the live stream online. Our weekly immersive summer camp passes are still available right now for only $100 per week. You can secure our highest value flex pass for the entire summer journey for just $500 total for the entire package. So tell your parents if you want to jump into AI camp. And if you're loving these daily engineering showcases in our AI summer camp, make sure to share the camp portal we link with classmates or friend who love this technology where you're actually watching it on live stream right now. So if you're actually creating something, tag Airhead Institute, Airhead Institute, so we can actually review your stuff and give you a shout out. And remember, if you miss any of these sessions, the full broadcasts are always available on YouTube for a limited time. So AI Johnny, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's transition to the private. There you go. All right, guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Welcome to Season 13 and 14 of Airhead Institute. This is our 2-hour summer camp kicking off every day at noon Eastern. Right now, we are broadcasting the kickoff live across all the socials and Zoom. But at 12:45 p.m., we pivot. That's when we transition into an exclusive private lesson where our campers get hands-on experience actually building and creating with these AI tools. Plus, they'll be proving their new skills and earning official certifications by completing our certification exams. Here is what we are building over our epic 9-week summer lineup. Week 1, AI images for Roblox and Minecraft. Week 2, AI movies in Anime Studio. Week 3, AI music for TikTok sounds and Spotify hits. Week 4, AI games for classic arcade games. Week 5, AI ethics, hackers, deepfakes, and scams. Week 6, AI images for Disney and Marvel. Week 7, AI movies, Hollywood in your pocket. Week 8, AI music for hip-hop beats and gaming soundtracks. Week 9, AI games for phone and app store games. We're making AI practical, powerful, and fun for everyone. No tech background, no problem. Whether you're a kid ready to build awesome projects or an adult looking to audit a class and learn, just show up. Spots are still open. It's just $100 per week, or you can unlock the whole summer for $500. Secure your spot right now at www.airheadinstitute.ai. Guided by your hosts, AI Junior and AI Johnny, we're keeping it bold, brainy, and built for real-world impact. Let's stop scrolling and start creating. Welcome to camp.